Hello everyone to my first video here on YouTube. It's gonna be a band list. I used this deck to climb from Diamond to Mythic, and it's a control-ish deck. It has some mid-range aspect, but it's more a control-y deck. I wanna explain every single card and why I play it, so I'm gonna change the view here. And we're gonna start with Revitalize. This card is just really good against every aggro deck. It gives you 3 lives and you draw a card, so it's not too bad against control decks either. We play 2 negates in the main board because it's really good against control matchups and it helps sometimes against mono red. Also against mono white it has its uses. I mean, Search of a Scan is just one of the best filter cards, and if you flip it, it's just so strong. I go with 1 copy of Warrant. It's such a unique card and you cannot replace it really well. It helps you against aggro decks. You can put them back on the top of the library. Helps a lot. And Warden you can use it in control matchups. I run 4 copy of Absorbs. I once had 3 inside, but just there's so many mono red decks. I think you kinda need 4 of them. Now we go to the absolute MVP in my opinion in this deck. It's the Knight of Autumn. It's 3 mana, 2/1, but you can choose one between 3 abilities. Put 2+1/+1 counters on Knight of the Autumn, so it becomes a 4/3. It's a pretty good chunk block. It's ahead of the curve for 3 mana. You can destroy a target artifact or enchantment. This is kinda what we use the most, I would say. And you gain 4 life. This is also really good. I mean, especially against aggressive decks. You can use this card, for example, against Ascanta. You can destroy it. You can use it against Bindings. You can use it against a Frenzy. You can use it against Benalia. I mean, there's so many enchantments right now you can get rid of with this card. And if there's no enchantment, for example against mono red, if there's no Frenzy, you gain 4 life. And you have a blocker. For example, he has to use a spell or you just block. So it's just more than 4 lives. You get a spell and 4 lives. I think it's a really good card. The chunk block sometimes is necessary against mono green. You can just block a Steel Leaf champion. It's a 5/4, and you have a 4/3. Why not, right? I run with 3 bindings here, because in Bant you don't have that good removal. And I think Excellence Binding is one of the best removals for white right now. So I'm gonna go with 3 copies here. I run 1 Settle the Wreckage. It's just a really surprising card sometimes, especially if they don't know this list. It can come really surprising for the opponent. I run 2 Chemisters inside for the card draw. I mean, you can go with 3, but I went for 2. Cleansing Nova. I mean, board clear. Why not, right? We need some board clear here. It also allows you to destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Could be bad sometimes because of the binding, but I mean, in some occasions you can use it. Lyra Dawnbringer. Lyra Dawnbringer is a 5 mana drop, 5/5, flying, first strike, and lifelink. If this resolves and you still at a reasonable amount of life points against a red player, it's pretty much GG. Teferi. Yeah, it's a Teferi deck too. Teferi itself is just a win condition and it gives you card draw. It can put the permanents on, like, in their deck again. I really like this card. Hydra Crisis. Yeah, Hydra Crisis, I mean everyone knows Hydra Crisis. It's such a value card. It's a really strong blocker. It's a flyer. It gives you card draw. It gives you life points. Just overall really strong. So in this deck we see Teferi and Hydra Crisis, 2 really played cards. It really works well. For the land distribution, that's the way I went. I did some tinkering, but in the end this is how I run with it. And yeah, it worked from Diamond to Mythic, so I guess it's not a bad deck. I want to show you some games with it. And it is Jorma. Let's see. Oh, I start, so I doubt he's mono red. So yeah, we have an Absorb and then Ascanta. That's pretty good. We don't have 2 blue mana, but I like this hand. We can draw into many things, and with Ascanta it's really nice. And we give him a hello here. Lyra and Teferi are two good 5-drops. But I rather had like something here between. Oh, it's a red deck. Okay. That's a new deck. I never saw this before. Let's make sure we draw. Good. Since we started, we can afford this. If he would have started, I would have been the... Oh, okay. Okay. So it's with the field. There's a field red deck. Yeah, it's not the best card against this version of red deck, so I'm gonna drop it. This is way better. So we cannot play anything, we cannot do it, so I guess we just go for the life points. We couldn't wait for a frenzy, but he's on 2 mana, we started, so we have the absorb possibility and the Teferi bounce possibility. So against the field deck, I think we should just go HP or life points as good as we can. We have 3 lives here, this gives us lives, this has potential to life. And we got a Scanto. The electrostatic field. That's nice. Oh, he goes for face. Okay. So he could sacrifice this one, right? Makes more sense. I mean, you could have a creature on board to do something, but... I should go this. Let's go another time. Let's get some more HP. I mean, I take every life point I get, I guess. Knight of Autumn is really good against the red deck here. Because if we can manage to steam him out, we're gonna win this. Yeah, we don't have to attack. So he already knows that he has to go for 22 damage, and it's pretty hard to go for 22 damage with 2 Knight of Autumn on the field. And my hand is pretty okay. I think the power of starting helps a lot against the red deck. So Knight of Autumn against the red deck with the 4 life you gain is really good. In my opinion. He could just do this. I don't understand this one though. Shouldn't he use the Firebrand here? Or does he want like continuing damage? But I'm not so sure here. Yeah, that's it. We end our turn. He has only 2 cards left. And one was a land and another field. Wow. Sadly we cannot counter it. Let's see what we draw here. A land. A land is good. We don't need this. I think we definitely shock ourselves here. We have so many life points and we drop a Lyra. And you can only draw 1 card, right? And there's no card in the red deck who does 4 damage on our Lyra. So we definitely get 5 life points back next turn. He could Firebrand this, then he goes on 4, and then he shoots with 3. Except if he's playing Lava Coils. I'm not sure if he knows, but I have First Strike. I have First Strike. I still have First Strike. And he will realize that just right now. Yeah. That's oops here. So, okay. That went well. So, next game, MTG Cowboy. Opponents goes first, that is more likely to be a red deck. I don't like the hand too much. But at least we draw a card, right? Oh, it's a mono white. Oh, and a Danto. I like. So my bindings definitely go on the Danto. I really hope he brings a Benalia now, so I can use my negate. That'll be like the dream scenario. So thank you for listening to me. That helps me a lot in trying this deck. And we have a binding for this one. Yeah, this was nice. This was definitely nice. So thank you for that. Maybe he doesn't know my deck, so he's not sure what's coming. So it's totally understandable that this can happen. It's not a good game yet. I mean, I can still go Mana Screw. Oh, I wish I would have started with one more mana. Wow, that would be amazing. So we get rid of one now. We have to. The damage is too high here. Imagine if he has one more Adando in his hand. That'd be really funny. Oh, okay. I did not expect this one. So I have to. I do a binding here, then I get this back, and I do a binding here. I guess that's it, yeah. Makes most sense. So let's do a binding. That's definitely nice. We do a binding on the deputy. And then we have to do another binding on one of them. And then we need to draw a land for our Lyra. It would be funny if he comes with a Conclave now. We definitely need to draw a land right now. If we draw a land, we should be fine. Come on. Land on the top deck. We have to do this. Then it gives us the land, you know. Here's advanced tactics here. It didn't work. I think we maybe lose this game. Okay. I'm hardly stuck here. That's not cool. Good game. And we didn't draw the land. Yeah, that's sad. That's kinda sad. We just needed a land. Okay, let's see. What does it say? Aggressive aggro decks look to win quickly with cheap creatures before the opponent can set up effective defensive. Or I would call it, this is what you face every second game. They should write this here. I think they should write this. You will face every second game a red or white aggro deck. They should write this here. Oh, MTG Cowboy. So we're gonna go against mono white here. If he doesn't switch it off. Do I want to play with this against mono white? I think I do. Let's go again. And we dropped another land, that's good. So he has detention in his deck. The deputy. Since he started, he's already ahead. So let's hope he's gonna drop a Benalia now. That'd be nice. You do this 2 times in a row. Like, you listen to me, man. Nice. Nice, man. Cowboy. And we got a block here. I'm not sure if this is the correct choice. Because if I get this back, right, I can trick it again, and we played before and he knows I have stuff to get rid of it. So I take the extra trigger here. I cannot allow this one. Yeah, that was nice too. That's nice. And that's just what I thought. So in this scenario, I think I go for a 4-3. I could have went for life. If he drops a deputy, life would have been better, right? And I should have maybe went for life because I have cleansing Nova. But I still try to get this one. Well, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. MTG Cowboy. It's so funny to bind a binding. To bind a binding. Bind a binding. Just like to say it. This gives us, I guess, the win. Yeah, he realized that one too. It's really hard to deal with this now. Especially, oh, that's also really good. Don't attack, and we have a revitalize on top of it. I run some revitalize and negate. It's really good with Teferi too, because you have something to play after, and I really enjoy that. I mean, I think that's kind of necessary to play Teferi turn 5, and you have a negate protection or a revitalize if you need it. So that's the Loxodon. So we're gonna drop the Cleansing Nova next turn. And I think he will concede after this, because it's really heavy. It's really heavy. And I will attack with the Knight, and he will realize, okay, there's something coming. But I just wonder if he will think if I'm bluffing or not. Could be both, right?
I'm not done yet.
But it's kind of obvious what happens now when I attack. If he plays Spell Pierce, that's possible in this deck. I still have to... if he plays Spell Pierce, I have a problem. Okay, he realizes it right now. So I can play this. I can make it that it looks like I bluffed and he went for it, but I still have it on my hand, and I have access to set the wreckage next turn. So he thinks I bluffed now, but I mean I didn't. I just think this is the better play. So maybe his board goes wider, and I can go with a bigger Cleansing Nova, or I can settle the wreckage here really hard, because he wants to get rid of my Teferi, right? It's another Loxodon. Okay, so we're gonna draw 2 cards. And now we go with the Cleansing Nova, that he now thinks I don't have. And we should be good. They all have 2 counters, so it's really valuable. Let's go. I think it's my turn. Yes, here's my turn. I'm gonna draw a card first, and then I definitely set the land, because you never know Spell Pierce, right? And shaboom. So now you realize it wasn't a bluff last time. So this kind of worked out pretty well. And we're gonna drop an counter on this. That's game. It's really hard to recover from this. Really hard, and he couldn't flip the Legion's landing. That helps too. Let's see what's going on next. Definitely gonna draw a card. Oh, good game, man. Definitely gonna draw a card here. Yeah, that went really well. Hey, cowboy.
Muted. Sound muted.
Sound muted. That's better. This looks like control. This looks like control. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah. If he would be an advanced player, he would lose those cards and play a red deck. and trick me. This could be a really good game. If I draw lands, nice. This could be a really interesting game. I definitely like those cards I don't like. But I like that we get lands. That's definitely helping. I think I'm gonna do it. Crazy. It's a bit crazy if you get 4 counters in the top 13 cards against a control matchup. It's kinda nice. Resolve this. And he has no blue, so my Knight of Autumn will just destroy it. Knight of Autumn, the MVP card, back in play. And we still have something open for his potential Teferi. This is crazy, we have an answer on anything right now. And now we come. And we still can protect our Ascanta if we want. If I get a counter for this, I take it. Ah, it's the Mortify. He has double Mortify on hand. Let's draw another Ascanta. So we also run 3 bindings. Maybe we use too many counters yet. That's a lot. If we're gonna win with Knight of Autumn, funny. Cost down. It's basically who draws first something. It's not me, but I can draw Crazes. He can't. And I have a Teferi. Oh, he has no counter.
Let's slow this down.
I think I have to let this... If he doesn't draw a Teferi here, I think this was the correct decision.
No time for a break.
What are the odds that he has 2 Roscoe's Condemn on the hand with 3 cards, right? They're really slim. What the... That's not helping. That's just not helping. If he has a Teferi here, he just shocks himself. Okay, I think now we should draw either card draw or something that helps us. I mean, it's okay. Still not what we want, but we apply pressure. He's on 14 HP. We love it. It's another Mortify, so he doesn't run any more Mortifies. If I be able to bind his next Teferi, we won the game. If I draw a Kanto, we won the game too. I think the last 8 cards was 7 lands. It's definitely not helping. If he draws it now, it would be really funny. Oh no. Oh man. Come on. Can't be. Yeah. Is it Teferi? So, our Teferi bounces now.
This isn't a fight.
Let's hope we draw Crazes.
You need to slow down.
It's really unlucky that we had that's per. Oh my god, this is game. He has no Mortify anymore. And this is game. He runs 3 Mortifies, right? If he runs 4, I will be shocked. This is game. If he has 4 mortifiers, I would be like, what? Maybe it's a mastermind and tries to get something from. I just need cards. I will not play this. I will only play this for a Scanter now. Because he has 5 cards, so the probability. Yeah, if he has a 4th mortify somehow. I mean, makes no sense, right? There's not like enchantment meta or something. I mean, he will counter it, but what should we do? We have to get rid of the counters. We have crazies to kill him too. So 1 counter. Is it only 1 counter? This was his first counter. Doesn't help. I mean, there will be no Teferi. Oh, I maybe should have played it because of 4th erasure. But I didn't saw a single one yet. So I'm really confused. Why doesn't this guy has... I mean, I'd rather play it. Oh, what? It resolved? This guy resolved?
I'm not done yet.
If it resolves, I'm gonna play it now. If this really resolved, I play this. 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a 7 crazes. Yeah, that's game. Yeah. I mean, I was really shocked now that it resolved. I was hoping we draw something, but no. I think I should play now creature 1 by 1 and chip him down. He already used 2 Raska's Contempt too.
We need to move quickly.
I don't think he runs 3 Raska's Contempt. That would also shock me. I'm gonna play a knight. Okay. Okay. It's a bit too late, so he has something to play. Okay. So we're gonna attack next turn for sure. We don't wanna overdraw ourselves
Keep
here.
up the pace.
But this Teferi will resolve. And here's a Chaos Wrath, so I do not want to play too many creatures. There it is, the Chaos Wrath, right? So it's my turn, I play next creature next turn. He shocked himself so many times. That is all. I think he shocked himself like 3 times. Let me check the Teferi amounts. We have 1 Teferi here. Good game. Oh, I made a good hand against Control. So we had the perfect answer in 1 sequence and this won the game.